something more.
To this life now I'm sure.
And if dreams still come true.
That's talent, and they're right here. Ruby Lewis and Ryan Vona. They're in Cirque du Soleil, Paramour. Over at the Lyric Theater, 213 West 42nd Street. Describe what we just saw and why everyone should go see this.
Well, Cirque du Soleil is presenting their first Broadway show in Paramour. So you're going to get a lot of Cirque elements, like you see those lampshades. It's a very Cirque element. They're flying drones that, in that love song, in which we fall in love, Joey and Indigo, we're always joined by a great deal of acrobatics and fantastic Cirque things within this musical, and it helps the story along, and it's different in that way.
Describe Cirque, sorry for interrupting, Cirque things, for those who may not be familiar with Cirque du Soleil.
Well, Cirque has a lot at their disposal, and their artistry is very ever expansive. They started as street performers, and just with acrobats and jugglers and all kinds of physical elements. And I mean, the past 10 years, they've really developed as kind of a base of technology, and you get new projections technology and new, like the drone technology, those quadcopters that you see in that past clip. It's the first time that drones have been accompanying actors on a Broadway stage.
How does it change the performance?
It kind of takes the audience completely to a different world, because you're sitting and you're watching this love scene and you're watching this song unfold, and then all of a sudden you see this set piece, and then it starts to levitate, and you're like, and you're just transported to this completely different space that you weren't really expecting before. But Cirque and their technology kind of brings you there.
Are you distracted by any of that?
No, we've gotten used to it, and we knew going into it, like, whatever they think of, they're going to make it happen. You know, Cirque du Soleil, that's just what they're known for. I mean, taking something that you would think only be a figment of the imagination and really bringing it to fruition and on the stage. And in a proscenium stage, it's just really, it's almost like watching an animated movie, you know? It's like, what, is this real? Can I touch these people? It's really something. The audience gasps, you know?
Well, people are always curious about the people who sit in these seats who perform on Broadway, where they come from. You are from Kentucky. You are from Boston. And you are an admitted Red Sox fan. We're going to leave that alone for a second. We'll come back to that as a Yankees guy, right?
Look forward to it.
So, when did you know that this is what you wanted to do for your professional life? How far back?
I mean, I started when I was really young, 3 and 4, and got into the community theater. But New York City, for me, was like Oz. You know, it was just like a very far away place that I couldn't even imagine visiting, much less working in, living in. And it still feels like that to me. Sometimes I'm walking around, I'm like, what the heck? How did I even get here?
How did you get here?
I just took the leap. I went to college in Kentucky, kept it safe, and then I had lined up a tour, and I thought, before I leave on this tour, it was what we call a bus and truck tour, so it was a non-union.
Bus and truck tour.
Yeah, non-union. You hop on that bus. It's like 21 one-nighters in a row, Waco, Texas. You know, I mean, you're just bopping around, putting on your show.
What was the show?
It was Gypsy.
Okay.
So it was like a bunch of kids and their parents, and I mean, it was an experience. It was great. But before that, I thought, I have some work lined up. I'm going to go to the city and just try it out for 4 months, and I did. And I lived in Washington Heights, and I just loved it. I felt so alive and like I'd really done it. You know, I got out of the small town, and I did it. I got to Oz.
You knew that you belonged here.
Yeah, I felt like finally I came to life here.
What's your story?
Well, growing up in Boston, I'm kind of stone's throw.
This is accessible to you.
Yeah, to New York City, and we had a good arts programs in my school system, and I guess I got the bug in high school, and I saw some of my friends going off to college and studying theater, and it wasn't something I realized that you could do, so it was like athletics or theater. Wow. I'm gonna go and do this path because this is what I
really good at.
Did you get tremendous support at home?
Oh yeah, my parents were incredibly supportive.
All in.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, the characters that you play, describe your character.
I play Joey Montgomery, who's kind of like a struggling songwriter, artist, smitten with his collaborator.
And you play?
Yes, and I play Indigo. She was born Verna from small town Indiana, who works with Joey. They moved to Hollywood, and she sings in a club, and he writes songs for her, and she loves him. Doesn't realize it until later.
So let me ask you about this. So two of you, you audition, you get it. Do they have to see you together doing it before they say yes, the two of you, or is it separate? Explain that to us for those who've never experienced it.
They caught you early. Your story is very interesting.
Well, yeah, I was the first hire because I was doing a show in LA, and Cirque du Soleil saw me singing in a nightclub, so it's very parallel to my character's story. They discovered me singing in this club, and I ended up doing a show in Vegas for them for just a few months, and then they flew me out here for this audition, and it was kind of like boom, boom, boom. It got down to just me, and the girls kept releasing girls. It got down to just me. I'm thinking, I think that means I got it. And then I was doing I trained in Montreal. This is before anybody else was hired, so by the time they had the guys lined up, I got to come in and do chemistry reads with a bunch of guys.
Chemistry reads?
Yeah, and I had kind of a say, and I remember thinking, gosh, I hope it's Ryan.
You did think that?
I did, yeah. I felt safe with him. I felt really safe, and I felt, there was definitely chemistry there, and...
Wow. And by the way, you were in another Broadway show before this?
Yeah, I was in Once, the musical.
When you were together, what were you thinking? The chemistry read.
I mean, I just kind of walked in, I was kind of like...
How nervous?
I was pretty nervous for this one because we sort of had sides. We didn't have songs from the show to sing from, so I just kind of came in with some songs from my personal book, and then I saw her in the room, and I was like, oh, that's that girl that's going to be in it. Okay, we're reading. All right, this is going to be a bit more involved, and then. She kind of really just calmed me down, and doing the scenes with her, I was like, oh, I could do these scenes with her 8 times a week. This would be.
It works.
Yeah.
Who is this for, the minute we have left? Who should be going to see Cirque du Soleil, Paramore? Who should go see it?
Everyone should be going to see it.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Cirque du Soleil for ages. Go ahead.
It's great for families. It's great for Cirque nuts, people who love technology.
Cirque nuts?
Yeah.
Okay. You mean that acrobats?
So lovingly. Yeah, people who love
dance,
acrobatics, love dance, love music,
it's
the
got
songs.
everything.
It's got everything.
It's glamorous. It's great for the holidays. It's exciting.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
got
love
the two of
story.
you.
There's lots of excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we are very happy that the two of you found each other and the chemistry read worked out well. Ruby and Ryan, thank you for being here. Cirque du Soleil, Paramore. It's at the Lyric Theater. Where is it again?
The Lyric Theater.
What's the address?
213
West 42nd
Street.
Lord, I don't know. I just go to work.
We'll edit that out. You're from Kentucky. It's okay. You're a wildcat.
I'm landmarks, landmarks.
It all works. Listen, great stuff. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Well done. Wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're not at 42nd Street. We are, in fact, on 66 and Broadway. Be right back after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Wells Fargo, Caldwell University, Suez, Ready for the Resource Revolution, Hackensack Meridian Health, Hackensack University Medical Center Foundation, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, and by Century 21 Construction. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.